So actually the music uses motor functions more than math, but we have developed math courses as well. Math courses for many levels, but here I will only present the courses for the lower primary level, and they have been prepared again kind of like Montessori materials, so they allow you to proceed on your own.
Find in the picture.
I will make a mistake here and there will be an immediate feedback. Now it's good. The feedback is actually amazing because we have prepared over 40 random animations that are played. Each time the activity has been done correctly. The children are really waiting for it. Then we have prepared emoticons that are checking how the student feels.
It's great. I like it. I'm still thinking. I find it boring. I'm really disappointed.
So we actually show that it really matters what the child thinks about the activity. It's not just, for the sake of the teacher. It's not just for the sake of finishing the exercise. I have found actually the 6 elements that are crucial for learning. And in my perspective, watching my kids and watching my students, I have found out that motivation, belief, fun, relevance, trust, and practice or repetition are really the key elements. And now I would like to tell you a little bit about it. So motivation actually seems to be easier with adults because then they know what they want, and so of course they want to proceed this or that the other direction. But it's not the case because children are really very curious human beings and they act like scientists. They really love to learn, and they have this feeling of balance. So they like this feeling of balance. So each time that they don't understand or they don't know something, then they actually that creates an unbalance, and they want to full it up again to create the balance stage. So they are really curious and they really want to learn. But somehow the approach of the adults seems to be killing this attitude. As far as belief is, do you remember the movie, the silent movie with the train? And do you remember how people actually ran out of the cinemas? Well, they ran out because they believed. And nowadays, it's very, very difficult to make people believe again. We are skeptics. We have developed this kind of distance to everything. But kids are still untainted attitudes. They have untainted attitudes and they are curious and they want to learn. So technology is actually something that can make them believe again. Fun is not that easy as it sounds, because fun needs to be free. It should not be scheduled. We should forget about the goal. We should just have fun doing something. But it should also be personalized. Therefore, learning, even though fun brings motivation, but engagement, but it should still be personalized, and the learning should really be individualized. And
which
interest
three
in
shapes make a circle?
As the interest in the subject is usually the key element, but it comes from relevance.
Fill in the missing numbers so that each side adds up to the answer in the middle.
And the relevance comes from something that's actually connected to reality. Therefore, all our activities are somewhat connected to reality, and they are making the things more interesting. And together, of course, with the animations, they are really, as you can see, it's all connected to the child's world.
Divide the shapes into 3 identical parts.
Then there is trust. And trust is really the key element. The small children trust their parents, they trust their teachers. Slightly older children trust the internet. If Google says something, then definitely it must be true. Well, we have developed guiding characters that are guiding students throughout the whole course. They are waiting for their answers. And we have tested those guiding characters, and it turned out that this little guy was not understood by the children because of the ears. We thought it would be an elf, but the children took it literally, and they thought that there was some problem with the boy, and he had a problem with ears. So we had to change it. So the characters are dressed.
Choose a friend who will join you in your maths adventure.
In different outfits and joining different adventures.
I'm Charlie, and I love poetry. Choose a friend who will help you explore the wonderful world of numbers.
Hi, I'm Rocky Robbie, and music is what I live for.
So
Hi,
both lesson
my name is
design
Pappy
and the
Puffy,
guiding characters
and I am
actually
really
undergo
great
a
at playing
transformation.
basketball.
They introduce
Hi,
themselves.
my name's Tricky Mickey. I like to laugh a lot.
First grade is favorite
Hi,
animal and
I'm
detectives.
Rosie.
Second
I like
grade harvesting
traveling
and favorite
taking
occupation.
pictures. I've taken thousands already.
Third grade sea adventures and going on a trip. And then they wait for you.
Yep, I'm here to help you. I'm not going anywhere.
They are really trustworthy.
Keep trying. We're almost there. That's a really cool task. I like challenges like this. So, how's it going? Remember, Rocky Robbie will rock you.
And then there is
Watch the
practice
animation to
and
find out how to
repetition.
carry to the tens in the addition in columns. On the shelf, there are 128 small cars. In the container, there are another 35 cars. Let's calculate how many cars there are on the shelf and in the container altogether. To do this, we first have to add the units. 8 plus 5 equals 13. So we put 1 above the tens column and 3 in the units column. Next, we add the tens. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6.
It's all
100.
explained, and later
What we
on,
get, cars
the children
altogether.
actually have a chance to practice. And there is a handwriting recognition, an amazing feature that actually allows the kids to feel more connected to the activities. Together with the feedback, it's really a marvelous thing. But we have based this wonderful product on solid methodology, on solid grounds. I don't know whether you've heard of the PISA, of the OECD Program for International Student Assessment, but they are actually following the best practice. They are answering the questions of, are students well prepared for future challenges? Can they analyze, reason, and communicate effectively? Do they have the capacity to continue learning throughout life? And they answer those questions through surveys. And those surveys are done on the 15 years olds, on the children that are actually leaving the primary and the early secondary education. And in Finland has consistently been one of the top performers of all countries participating in PISA. And in mathematics, Finland is the best performing country outside East Asia. And that's what we actually based our product on. The Finnish system really supports children with difficulties and also those that are talented. And OECD claims that they spend fewest number of hours at schools. And really, with lower primary maths, is not that difficult.
Find and mark all the big apples.
We have to remember that symbols are actually secondary. They have been developed only to record the math stuff.
Find and mark all the rectangles.
To keep proofs, to keep receipts, to record everything. But math is just a way of thinking. Math is around us.
Count and mark the number of leaves that have fallen.
So we don't always need a symbolic representation.
Mark a small gift.
Sometimes those are just
This
certain
gift is
ideas.
small. Put one
Small,
cake
big,
on
the
each
concept of
plate.
too much, too
Check if there
little.
are enough cakes for all the
Is
children.
there enough cake for everybody? Well, here is too much, but here there is not enough. And one child actually stays hungry.
Find glasses which are the same as the ones Lily is
Geometric
wearing
shapes
and mark
are
them.
actually placed.
Put one strawberry
the real
on each
environment.
piece of cake.
When we look at the history, so the best,
Great.
really the best
There's
education
one
should
strawberry on
take
each
both,
piece of
the
cake
symbolic
now.
one and the non-symbolic. It should combine everything. It should combine the natural approach
Great.
towards
There's
learning.
one strawberry left.
When we look at the history of math, particularly, we see that it actually had at first there was some prestige and some nobility. It was only available for male students, and it was only for those that had sufficiently high status. But later on, it was at the universities, so again it was the prestige. Then it was connected to trade and to commerce, and it was the way of actually sustaining the family. And therefore, it was really amazing. And the children, they really wanted to learn, but nowadays it wore off. Have we actually changed anything since then? Because we have.
Study the bar chart to answer the question.
Our activities are intuitive, funny, they are entertaining. People learn, the students learn about other facts like scientific, historical, geographical. It shows them the ubiquity and importance of this subject. That forms the basis of our comprehension, and it gives the children a chance to finally understand that math is really all around us. The pictures portray specific situations from the real life. They always focus on one skill at a time. There are audio instructions, emoticons, explanations.
3 times 8 equals 24.
And they put emphasis on drawing conclusions, discovering similarities, dependencies or differences. As I said, they build fluid intelligence and divergent thinking that is really so lacking from our schools. Because it should all be about children. We should actually avoid this. And we should make a difference. Because the difference, the technology can make a difference. Make the students engaged, make them motivated. But technology is just a tool. And just like our products are like a tool, like a piece of paper. We can mold it to anything we want, and we can make the learning and the teaching personalized. Thank you very much for your attention.